So hello everyone, today I want to show you some of the Microsoft Excel errors. So we shall begin with the first and simplest Excel error, and that is the hash. How does it come about? If I'm to come to this cell and maybe reduce its size, you can see that error. Sometimes it may happen. So you can find out that maybe that error. So this error is the hash error, and it is caused by too small space for your values and digits to fit into that cell. So Excel doesn't want to cut off your work, and so it puts this hash sign. So the easiest way, and this is the simplest, you just enlarge your column. You enlarge such that you can fix that error, and there you go. There will now be no more error. But when you notice that this cannot work on letters or on words, so it only works on figures, but our letters, it doesn't work on them. So it's the hash error. It's the hash error. So our second error, and the second error that we shall try to look at today, we shall come, maybe let's assume that in this cell there was no values. In these cells also there were no values. Also here there were no values. Let me first expand my columns. So if in case I didn't have values in this, and maybe I wanted to subtract, I'll say equal sign. I want to subtract this cell minus this cell, and then I press enter, and then I'll drag. You can notice that here there are no errors that were noticed, because these empty cells here were treated as zeros. These empty cells were treated as zeros. But notice, what if here there were figures, and here I'm to put maybe some letters, some words, and also here I'm to put some words, and also here so I get this hash value error. This is my second error that I'm trying to explain. This is the hash value error. So this hash value error shows that you cannot subtract this minus the words. So I come back here, and there are some functions that can deal with this. I come here up in my formula bar and put here sum, and then open a bracket, and then also close a bracket, and then I say enter. When I come here and double click to drag it down, you will see that these letters, this function will treat these letters as zeros, and so it will be calculated very well. This is our second. That's how to deal with the hash value error. The other first one was the hash error. Now this one is the hash value error. So the third error is the hash spell error. Now let's take an instance. If I'm to use this formula, the unique, such that I can spell maybe these values. I can spell, I want to make a spell, I want to spell these values. Let me repeat here. Hash unique. I want to create a unique list here of these values. you see I get the hash spell error, that these words here are blocking my spelling here, so I cannot continue with the spelling because I cannot continue with creating this unique list here because of these words. Therefore I'll come and remove them. So when I remove them, come back here, and immediately this C list will be spilled over here. That's the third error, the hash spell error. So our next error is the hash name error. So like if I'm to do this and I'm to add maybe this plus this, say enter, I get this hash name error. This hash name error means that Microsoft is telling you that there is no formula that is having the name add, but we have sum. So there is no add, but there is sum, and when I put sum, I get the right. So that's how you correct the hash name error. The hash name error simply means there is no formula in Microsoft with that name, so you just go and correct it, and there you'll be good to go, and the error will be corrected. That's the hash name error. I told you that if you have to come here and you put in a wrong error, a wrong name, it will change to this hash name error. So to fix it, you're going to clarify your name. Here you put the correct name, it is sum, then enter, then come here, double click, and that's how it's corrected. So the next error is the hash ref error. So in case maybe like I'm to come into this cell and I want to subtract maybe this minus this, and then I enter and I come back here and I double click and it is correct. But if I accidentally come into this column and delete this column, entire column, I will get the hash ref error. You can see this, it is showing me that this formula was dependent on the column that I had deleted, but I have gotten this hash ref error. This hash ref error comes as a result of deleting one of the columns that your formula is basing on. So can press back here and the column comes back and everything is good to go. And that is the next error we have is the hash div error. So how does this hash div error come about? Let's say I'm dividing this cell, I'm dividing it by this one, and I press enter, then I come onto this particular and then I double click, so I end up with this hash div error, this hash div error. So this happens because I'm dividing 36 by an empty cell, or I'm dividing 36 by 0, so I get a hash div 0. This is an error. So how do I, instead of going manually deleting it like this, so you can just come here and come to your formula bar and put in the function that can handle all this error at once. Like for example the if error, yes, the if error, then put a bracket, so you can see value, if error, value, and then I can come put here a comma, then put quotations, put 2, then I can close my bracket, and then I come here, I say enter. So when I come and drag it down, first come here and drag it down, so you'll find that these zeros or these empty cells will be ignored and the error will have been fixed. This happens when you are dividing this by the empty cell. So those are some of the errors. Let's stop there. There are very many errors that you can fix in Excel, and I'll keep showing you. Put it in the comment section any error you want. I can show you that maybe I haven't included, but those are some of the few errors that can be fixed in Excel and the common ones. So link up in the next video. That's it been Excel. Thank you so much.